When the British colonized South Asia, which is today India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, they perpetuated the Sharia and tinged it with a Western flavor. Remember what we said earlier on, that Islam created a system for societies that were pluralistic and allowed different communities within those societies to exercise their particular laws in keeping with their religious requirements. The British did the same. So you had in South Asia the imperial legal system being the British system. Foreign affairs was conducted according to the British system. The Muslims had colonized India, and so until the British came in, their legal system determined international law, for India that is. But with the advent of the British, the Sharia was replaced by British law, by English law. And within that English legal system, Hindu law was exercised, Muslim law was exercised, and to the extent that they existed in that particular part of the world, and there are still some, Judaic law or Mosaic law was exercised. And when India gained independence and was partitioned into Muslim India and Hindu India perpetuated the same system. So today, you have a secular foil that is in India's legal system. But within that legal system, there is a domain that is exclusive to Hindus. And their marriages, divorces, and laws of succession are determined by Hindu law. Muslim laws of succession, marriage, and divorces are determined by Islamic law. These are the two dominant religious systems that are operational within a secular legal system in India. And this might sound strange to people who live in Switzerland, where you have ethnic, cultural, and historical homogeneity. So the idea of any legal system, foreign, coming in is hugely problematic. But if the world is becoming truly global, and this is becoming a melting pot, then Switzerland is not the future. Switzerland is not the future. Lebanon is the future, perhaps. In Lebanon, you have a legal system that is constitutionally secular and operationally religious. There are 11 different legal systems, religious legal systems, that are operative within the country that is Lebanon. So you have, within Islam, you have Sunni, Shiite, and Druze. Within Christianity, you have Orthodox, Catholic, and Protestant. Then you have Judaic, and so on. You have, within that one country, you could be married and divorced according to 11 different systems. Which is not to say that they live in perfect harmony with each other and that their human rights are better preserved and celebrated in that way. It is simply to say that human beings elsewhere have been dealing with the problem of cultural and ethnic pluralities in different ways and long before the problem found itself on the shores of the United States or the United Kingdom. Religious pluralism was a reality that Islam addressed at its very beginnings. The interesting thing about the Sharia and its connection to the sacred text, because this is a religion of the book, and it defines people of other faiths as those who belong to the family of the religion of the books, or those who do not. So Christians are part of a single family. Jews are part of a single family. Muslims are part of that same family. And what family is that? The family of the Ahlul Kitab, the people of the book. And so for them, therefore, and more so for Muslims, the book becomes more than the bedrock. It becomes the point of departure for any kind of activity, social or otherwise. And so when one traces the origins of the word Sharia in the book itself, one finds that it speaks and uses the terms not to define Islamic law interestingly, but to accommodate religious pluralism. In one part of the Quran, it says, لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكُمْ لَهَدَى النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. It says, unto each community we have set aside, established a peculiar, particular way of life. لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. A legal system. If the word sharia, you can hear the similarity. And if God had so wanted, and if your Lord had so wanted, then all humanity would be following but one way. This is clear, unmistakable evidence from the text itself that Islam is a religion that doctrinally endorses, encourages, and accommodates religious pluralism.